What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Civic Saint NYC, and today we'll be doing another video on the study of heads. We'll be doing a 3/4 perspective, looking slightly to your left or slightly to your right. In our last video, we did it straight ahead. So if you want to check that out and you want to join us on our manga journey, make sure to click that video so you can also join us. It is never too late to join. Okay, so first thing first, y'all know what I'm gonna say. We gotta clear the dust. So this is what we will be doing for today. Very simple stuff. And in case you missed the last time, this is also what we were studying. Alright, so let's turn to the same page. And I'm thinking about starting digital. So if y'all want me to do digitally, let me know what y'all think about that. But I'm just trying to think about everybody who doesn't have, digital. Or maybe this is just a better feel. So I might try both and y'all let me know what works for y'all. So as you can tell very early on, it is fairly similar as to what we've been doing. How we draw heads sideways. This is fairly similar to what we've been doing already. So we're going to start off with a circle again. But before we start, let's get some warm-ups in. Quick warm-ups of what we did last time. So we'll draw just a very quick sketch of what we were doing yesterday. And this will not take long at all. I'll even fast forward it. For those, you just want to get those muscles. It's like when you work out, you stretch, right? So, and look, as you said, that's not good, right? But I want that muscle memory. This is me trying to quick speed it. Because when you don't have a lot of time and you're making a manga, it's what you're going to need to do. So when you're warming up, right, this is what's going to look like. Big X, check minus, or check. You want that cool, calm, sleek look. And this is what we want for the most part, right? This is what you want to work with. So now that we're warmed up, let's move on to the big stuff. So we're going to be doing the same exact thing. We're going to be doing light stuff or drawing very, very light, a circle. And remember I told you, we need to draw very lightly. If you're not drawing lightly, you're going to mess up. So we're making that arch. And this is a fairly easy. When you start, it's going to be one. You're going to go, and you're slightly moving to the left. Then you're kind of moving straight down to right about here. And then right after, you're going to go curve it slightly. And you're going to do a line 3/4 of the way. And boom. That's step one. Done. And let me try and get the camera. I want to get the camera like a little more straight for y'all so y'all can really see. So 1 second. Alright, boom. This angle is actually way better. It might be a little harder to draw, maybe. But no, this actually works so y'all can see it straight ahead. This is way better, alright? So this is step one. It's the first step. So we're gonna move to the side, draw an arrow. This is next. Soft marks. So we're gonna do the same thing. Circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. And right after that circle, what you're gonna wanna do, make sure my camera's lined up. Good. Same thing. You're gonna start the line about 3/4 of the way, right? And for reference, make a circle with 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where the 3/4 is, right about here. So all you're doing is extending that line and going down. So we're gonna go right here, go straight down a little bit, then curve. Good. Now we're gonna make that line 3/4 on the way on the bottom. And if you don't really get that 3/4 line on the bottom, same thing. Make 1, 2, so 1, 2, and let me one more. 3. It should be around here. Now we're making two. We're gonna make 3 lines. We're gonna make one straight down. We're gonna make one across, diagonal with an angle, and we're gonna make one more with a little slant. It's not straight. It's a slant. You're gonna continue that slant on the other side, and you're gonna make about 2 more lines. You're gonna make one up, and you're gonna make one more. And you want it to connect to about right here. And that's it. It's fairly simple. See, so you look at my picture right here. Look at this picture right here. You get this is a guideline, right? So it's pretty on point. So now we're gonna do the next picture. All right, so the circle should be easy by now. These things should be getting very simple. Circle, 3/4, straight down a little bit, curve. 3/4 of the way that you're gonna make a line going straight down. You're gonna make one going at an angle. You're gonna make one more going across. Same thing. And then you're gonna make one more. Now we're adding the eyes and we're adding the nose, which is pretty basic. So since we're seeing mostly this side of the face now, this eye will be bigger and this part of the nose will also be bigger. This half of the eye will be smaller and this half of the nose will be smaller. We're seeing mostly the right side of the face. So let's do the nose first this time around. We're gonna go 1. Still making a diamond. Keep that in mind. So you can see the right side is bigger than the left side. Let's look at it. The right side is bigger than the left. So you guys are aware. And now we're going to make the eyes. We're going to make the bigger one first. So it should be a little farther away. And nothing crazy. Not too big, but not too small. And boom. That's one eye. And the eye will fill up mostly the left side of the face on this side. Alright, and boom, that's it. So look at mine. This is mine right here. This is the examples. Pretty on point, and you should get something similar to this. So, if the person has a larger face, you can switch it up. You put it like that. You put it like this. But you want something in that realm. So now we're going to do it again. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third right here. Alright, now we're going to draw the face one more time. Circle, 3/4, straight down, curve. And that wasn't the best curve. That wasn't the best straight line, but we're going to make it work. We've been doing this long enough. Y'all can instruct me. I made a mistake. Let's do that actually again. I feel like this one is just like plain awful. My circle was not anywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm just struggling with this circle for whatever reason. Okay. Woo! That was a struggle. Alright, and this time around, we're not doing much but adding the ear. Alright, so you add one ear. Good. Another ear. Good. And this one is not the best looking. So, what we're going to do, we're going to practice that one again. So, we're going to do a circle again. And as you can see, it's looking way better than what that was before. At least it feels way better. Y'all could be the judge of that. But regardless of the point, like I said, you want something along the lines. And that's along the lines. So that's step 4. And let's go to step number 5. We would do step 5. Fairly simple. And now we're going to add, what we're adding now is a smile, okay? So we're adding a nice little smile. So the smile is going to be short on the left, longer on the right. It's literally that simple. And we're going to add the V from about right here to the chin. And we're going to do it on the opposite side from about right here to the chin. So I want you guys to, like I said, keep looking at the comparisons so y'all know. Look at my comparison, look at this comparison, and look at your comparison. Because you want to be aware how you're doing when it comes to your art. Like I said, my face, I'm making longer faces. His is more not longer, right? So we could fix that. You're like, I want to make a longer face. Let's do so. First, let's draw that air. I forgot to. Don't forget to draw the air. You're going to go down. You're going to curve. Then you're going to go up. I made his face too long, right? Erase. Looks way better already. Boom. And it looks way more like his picture already, just off that minor adjustment, because I made his face too long. And I made dark marks here. Remember I told you I don't do that? It's going to be a bad habit. I'm being a bad teacher right here. So we got to improve on that. And let's do the 6th step right now. And by now, like I said, it should be getting easier. but each new step that we introduce will get a little harder. And that's good. And remember, your eyes will increase and get better before your skills do. So don't feel disappointment if you can start seeing certain lines, but it doesn't carry out in your work. That's a good thing. So also, I wish somebody told me that. Somebody did, but it took a minute. But yeah, I know from the get go, so don't worry, don't fret. Right here about. I'm gonna do a smile. Remember I told y'all about the middle of the nose? The bottom of the nose is still applies. The bottom of the nose and the middle of the chin is where your smile goes. It still applies even here. And now all we have to do, so I drew it pretty much great this time around, which is a good thing. And you're not gonna have to really do too much. You just wanna add your neck, and that'll be it for this one. So for your neck, it'll be in the bottom of the chin. You have a little curve right here, and go straight out. And for anime, very important, the ear is where his neck is when it's to the side, like this. So you just go straight down, and then that's it. And that is literally it. So as you know, we will now be choosing an anime character. It will be John anime character in this pose. A random person. Instead of choosing a random person, I got a wheel. We got Baki, we got Gon, we got Luffy, and Thorfinn. Whoever it lands on is who we will be drawing. This is my first time doing it. I will not be adding anybody else's stuff. Oh, oh no. Okay, Gon. I'm gonna name you Gon, and I'm gonna be Gon, yes. Alright, so we'll be doing Gon. Right. First thing first, let's see. Hopefully we can get a good picture of Gon. So this will not be complicated. Gon, Hunter X Hunter. And we're gonna remember we're doing the 3/4, right? So let's just see. Okay. So this picture seems cool. So we're gonna use this picture right here. And that should be pretty fairly simple. And we actually see one more. Is there any more like straight pictures that I have of his face? No, we'll use that one. So we'll go use this picture that we just got. Alright, so first thing first. First thing first, let's find a picture of Gon. Right. First thing first, let's see. Hopefully we could get a good picture of Gon. So this will not be complicated. Gon, Hunter X Hunter. And we're gonna remember we're doing the 3/4, right? So let's just see. Okay. So this picture seems cool. So we're gonna use this picture right here. And that should be pretty fairly simple. Let me actually see one more. Is there any more like straight pictures should I have with his face? Nah, we'll use that one. So we'll go use this picture that we just got. And we're gonna do the same exact method. We'll no longer be needing this book for right now. And we'll no longer be needing this book for right now. So we're gonna do first thing before we even look at his face, we're gonna go straight to step number 6. So that's what we're doing right now. We're not even worried about Gon. So don't be like, no, Gon will always be there. Don't worry about him. And if you mess up, you're like, oh man, this doesn't look good. Do what I did. Start again. It's really not that serious. It's not gonna be perfect, and that's the beauty of art. Because when you finally do get it, it's the best feeling in the world, and nobody can take that from you ever. So I already know right here. I made his face way too long. Okay, so it should have stopped about right here. And that's just from doing this a few times. And I kind of like that one better that I just made. So that's where the bottom of his chin is. And Ghana has a pointy chin, so we're gonna have to fix that. But for right now, let's just keep doing what we've been doing the whole time. So his eyes are huge. Ghana has huge eyes. So we're gonna start right about here. And that's his eyes. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. Remember, it takes up the whole space. So don't be afraid to use the space that you're given. And his smile, he's smiling here, right? So boom. Now we're gonna draw his neck. And remember what I told you about his neck? It goes where the ears are. So first let's draw his ears. His ears are gonna be right here. And boom. And then right after, we don't have to draw details yet, but I'm gonna just draw that. So I'm gonna draw Gon's neck. One. And he has a very skinny neck. Two. And I'm gonna draw his other part of his neck right about a little closer since his neck is kind of small. I think right here is good. So I can make his neck a little longer. Alright. And his nose, we're going to be seeing the left side of his nose. When you do a face at this point of view, you're going to see this. That's what you're seeing. So we're going to be seeing what a huge shadow on it. That's his nose. And we're not going to see that ear. So what we're going to do is just his hair now, which should be very simple because Ghana is very easy here. And we can't see all of it, so what does do? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not feeling this picture too much because I had to take a break. Yeah, I'm not feeling this picture to the side too much because I had to take a call, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. I'm not really feeling this picture too much because I had to take a call. So what we're gonna do is let's get back in this state so we can get back to creating and being on point. So let me straighten that camera just a little bit right here for you guys. Boom. All right. Same thing. So we're going to keep doing the same thing that we've been doing this whole time. Okay, so we're going to go right back down, straight line down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go. Don's face is kind of pointy, right? Slight chin. I was looking. Hello, chin. So we could start making our way up. I like right there, right here, and then right here, right here. So now let's start adding his other facial features. Gon's eyes are huge. Keep that in mind. Eyes are huge. Alright, so when we're doing his eyes, I want to space it out to right about here or so. Go give like a reverse C kind of, like the letter C. In reverse is kind of where we want to go. And for right here, it's going to take up most of his face. We can start it right about here. And it's going to be a C as well. Make it a little smaller. Good. So we're going to do his smile about halfway, which would be right about here. So most of his smile is on the right side. So it's going to be a little longer. And boom. Because that smile is going under his eye. So we got it about in the right place. We're going to do his eye now. And as you can see, you're probably like, why is this finished? I don't know what happened to my mic. I guess it died or something of that nature. So I don't want to do a disservice to y'all and just show y'all the finished product. What I will do though is redraw this picture right here. So if you got left behind or you even needed more time to catch up, kept slowing the video down. We're gonna do it one more time. Let me give myself more headroom for the hair. Oh man, and I was giving out so many good tips. I don't even remember, what you're saying in the spur of the moment. Charge my mic for like maybe a few minutes. So hopefully it lasts long enough. But we're gonna be doing what we've been doing the whole time. Okay. So don't fret. It'll be all good. It'll work out exactly how it's supposed to. I'm a firm believer in that. It'll always work out how it's supposed to work out. Alright. So we're gonna do his nose. I'm gonna do his eyes. I'm gonna do it again. And that's a part of being an artist. Okay, you did it once. Can you do it twice? And I can do it twice. And it may come out a little different, but I can still do it twice. So, alright, Don's eyes. Fairly big. He has big eyes, right? Make sure they're exactly across from each other. Watch that first video on how I do that. I go exactly across to make sure we're getting good reps, good practicing. And his nose is kind of pointy. It took a while for us to actually get it last time because I was a little confused, but we got it. So when we're doing his mouth, right? Most of his mouth will be on, you guessed it, the left side. The right side. And I'll put the picture right by. We actually use a few pictures to help out, and I'll show you in a second. And we go halfway about. So it's going to be right here or so. where his mouth is gonna be. Be straight across, and it's gonna be under his eye. So good, we got that part down. All right, we're gonna draw his eyebrows now, and for his eyebrows, I wanted to get that feel just a little up more. So a little 1, 2, and we're gonna do the same thing here. His eyebrows gonna be shorter on the left side. Everything on the left side is shorter. So we're simplifying. And I want y'all to remember that everything on the left will always be shorter. Cause look, it's not his full face. His full face is over here. And I'm gonna make sure to emphasize that so y'all get it. So remember the ear drawing. We're gonna do that now. You could give, if you want, you could give, start adding the details for the ear if you want. And we did just that right here. Okay. So now all we're doing is we're drawing what we see now. And the more you do this, you won't have to look at references all the time. Okay. So it's already looking like gone. So now what we really need, if you want gone, you want his hair. So a few things. We're doing his neck. We're gonna go straight down. And we're gonna go to his chin. He doesn't have a long neck in this picture, so I want, oh shoot. Chill. It's good eats. So I want I went to this picture to look get different angles of his neck. And we're just gonna follow our model. It's not very long. So go down a little bit, not too much. And that'll be good. You know what I mean? So we're gonna stop about right here. We wanna stop in the same point. So we're gonna stop here. And boom. Make a line. That's it. That's Gon's neck. Very simple stuff, guys. And don't worry if you don't get it. Your eyes get better before your actual hand movement. So now we're just gonna do his hair. And hair is just lines. You're just connecting lines, literally. You're going either diagonal, you sometimes straight up. You really never know until you're there. So right here, we're gonna go about, up somewhat. Not too far, but a good amount. And Gon has that big middle part in his hair. I don't think it's in this picture. I'm so sure we looked it up. Hold on. That's my business. Cut that out. That's fine. So wait for it to load. Right here. This was the picture I used for his hair. And you see the middle part of his hair lines up with the middle part on his lineup. So very important to note. So you need those things to be even. Because you want it to look symmetrical. Only on that part. Since it's not a straightforward picture. And now we're just adding in. And for the most part, I'm going to erase that one below because I don't like it. And that's it. That's Gon's hair. And it didn't, I promise you, it did not come out that smoothly the first time around. But here it did, and I am so grateful. And, if you really want that picture to come alive, the best thing you could probably do is start to shade. Start shading a little bit. So before we start shading, let's fill in Gon's eyes. Okay, we're gonna fill in his eyes really quickly. So nice ovals we're giving Gon. Boom. And the first thing I'm seeing, his eye is too far. Something is off. Immediately, you should recognize something is off. So we're going to try and figure out what that is very quickly. Okay, so is it his eye? Maybe his eye is not close enough, right? His eye, maybe it should be taking up the whole right here. And drawing is all about mistakes and learning where to fix them. Okay, so boom. Or maybe his face is too long. That's what it's looking like. Because I drew it better over here. Way better. I like the one over there better. The eyebrows are pretty. Maybe it's the eyebrows too. I think I drew the eyebrow a little too high. So we're going to do the eyebrow again. Okay, it looks a little better already. Just that can fix something so quick. And about right here, no, the eye is just about same level. One, two. This is the top one. It's a little too high. So we're gonna do the eye one more time. And this is the little things that separates the greats from the good. They would have recognized that fairly quickly, or it would have even been made. So we still have a lot to learn, and that's why I'm doing this. Because as I'm learning and I'm refreshing in my skills, y'all are learning with me too. So by the time we're done on our journey, we might want to go on another journey on our Naruto. You feel me? We go on our Naruto to our Boruto, right? Let me not get carried away. Okay, it looks a little better, but his face is definitely too long. What I'm looking at. All right, something is off again. So boom, and just about here. We're gonna draw his mouth here. Actually, oh, erased. Draw his mouth a little higher because I'm not really rocking it. And it's funny because last time I'm focusing on the hair, and this time I'm focusing on the facial feature. So I'm going a little backwards, which is normal. And these are things that do happen. I'm not feeling this, bro. Ugh, that's what it is. Boom. I'm like, what is going on? There we go, bro. And just like that, I think this will be acceptable. I want to make sure y'all get the best quality of my work, bro. Like, can't say I wanted to be a mangaka and then I'm doing trash work. Like, it don't work like that. All right, boom, way better, way better. So let me just erase this to freshen it up. But yeah, it looks good now. So his face, it was his face. And if you can't figure out what's going on, the best thing I could tell you is to walk away and see what's happening. Take a step away, come back, and you figure it out. That's honestly the best thing you could do. And you just wanna, I'm not gonna fidget on the eye so much because I did this already, but you guys get the point. So I was making the point. You have three layers of shading. You have the dark, you have the medium, and you have your highlights, which we'll get into another time because I'm still practicing that myself. But this is going to stand out. You want to make sure when you're doing your highlights, your viewers have something to look at. Your eyes are going all over the place, which is a good thing. You don't want to have, this is way too much white. You don't know where to look. You're looking here. You're not looking there. I want you guys to look a little bit of everywhere. So you're going to do light strokes and, look up hatching, all these things. Or even I'll do a video on them. Those are things I haven't really practiced as much. I just want the final products, but I could definitely practice that with you guys as I learn myself because I haven't done that really in years. So, like, actually, yeah, a minute, which is weird because I feel like, yeah, it's been a while. And we're just gonna keep on doing this until we have highlights in place that we like. So we're just doing very light strokes so our viewer has somewhere nice to look. And then we're gonna draw his hairline right after, and we'll be good. So let's draw his line up now. Give him a cut. So you wanna make sure it's nothing crazy. You just wanna make sure, remember what I told you about this and this? I honestly forgot to do it, so I'm gonna do it now. That's the main part you wanna get down, which is very simple. It's just more what we're doing, but smaller. Just give him a cut, bro. Just literally just a fade. And it doesn't have to be exactly like the other picture right here. But it's still, you could tell who it is. And that's what you want. But you don't want it to be mediocre, you want it to be really good. So practice it and do it a lot of times. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get. And that's just a given. So you want to have good habits of practicing. You want to practice the structure, and then add a character. You can add any character you see as long as you know what their face looks like. And, I don't like his eye. I feel like this is just bad content if I don't fix that eye, bro. Let me try one more time. And if not, like I said, I definitely, as you can tell, I literally did it. But it's really bugging me. Like I can't get it down. And let me focus up. Come on. Chat, am I cooked? Alright, it's a little better. But as you can tell, it's gone. And for my mental sake, it's gone. So, just do highlights. You're always gonna have shadows on your neck. Always, always, always. This will never change. Certain things just never change. And I'm gonna do the next part of this video with y'all. So that's how you do this. So this next part of this video I will be doing with y'all. I'm gonna show y'all two things in the new video. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for Civic Saint NYC. We're gonna give y'all way more content. We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep putting in that work. If there's any tips, any feedback, anything that can help, or anything that I can do to help you guys let me know in the comments. Am I not talking loud enough? Are the videos too long? Or the videos too short? Y'all let me know. Y'all work with me. I work with you. With that said, y'all have a blessed one, and we are out of here.